Yo, it's the In Between the Lines podcast. I'm Shamar. That's Jay. You are the Pod Squad. And guess what, Jay?
Yo, bro.
We hit 500 subscribers.
Man, congratulations to my goddamn self. No, honestly, man, let's thank the people for their support. This was a big, small milestone for us personally.
Absolutely.
First, let me just say this, man. It is a little bit of news. They just announced this. Denzel Washington will be in the new Black Panther Part 3. Looking forward to that. Now we got that new Gladiator coming out also with Denzel Washington.
Definitely.
In that this weekend. So I'm really looking forward to that. And Denzel was pretty much saying, after these two, he got one more in him, and he's gonna shut it down, man.
Yeah, I think it said 5.
5, that's the last deal?
I think he's saying 5 to complete.
Yeah, so that's
got 5 to complete, and then he's going to retire. Retiring at second best among black actors, that's not bad.
I'm sorry, you want to run that back? I'm sorry, who first?
Will Smith is first.
Oh, man.
We already went through this.
Come on, man. Yo, come on, man.
He is. Will Smith is a better actor. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Denzel is better. So you can put him at number 1 as having the best films of a black actor.
Well, let me ask you this: from a legacy standpoint, when both of these careers are over, two phenomenal careers. Let me say that and be clear. Who do you think the legacy will be bigger?
Depending on what you're talking about, as a whole or as a culture. Culturally, I think, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, because like they're both great. But culturally, I think Denzel will get the nod
for sure
because he's just
iconic, man. And
he's iconic, and his movies are better.
Passion in his role.
Yeah, you can say that too. Their movies are better than Will Smith movies lineup.
Yes.
The better actor though is Will Smith.
In your opinion?
I mean, it is my opinion, but I just base it upon a lot of factors and everything. I just think that Will Smith has a wider range and can do a more array of movies.
I agree with that. That's personality.
Yeah,
you know, because if you look at Will's background, it's been comedic, pretty much.
Yeah, he can go comedy, he can go romantic, he can go action, he can go drama. He can do it all. You know what I mean? Where to me, Denzel just stays in his lane and does what Denzel does. Yeah. Like every role to me is similar to Denzel, even though the storyline might change, but it embodies what he does best.
I agree with that.
And he picks great roles.
Yeah, and honestly, and recently in his last few movies, he's been behind the scenes more and doing a lot more producing and executive producing. Which again, I just think once he do hang it up, he'll probably focus on that a little bit.
So who's next up?
That's a great question, man, because we lost Chadwick. Because I believe he was next up after Denzel. Chadwick Bosworth, the original Black Panther. He definitely was on the
Yo, you be pushing.
It's Chadwick
Boseman.
Boseman, I'm sorry. Yeah, you right. Yeah, I agree. But yeah, he was definitely next up.
I tried to hold it, but you said it so smooth.
I'm glad to see you smile. But yeah, he was next up, man. And it was sad to see because you see his potential. I felt like he got better every movie. You know, Chadwick when he was on the run.
I don't think he got better every movie. I think he just got more exposure every movie. To me, he just did phenomenal in every movie. Yeah, like phenomenal
talent, man.
In every movie. Like he embodied every character, I think. I don't know if he would have got to Denzel's level though, Denzel Will Smith level.
Well, that's a hell of a plateau to even reach, but to even be in that conversation because of your potential, you know, that's a great conversation to be a part of. But even ironically, in just saying that, Denzel is the one who mentored that young man, which again showing Denzel, number one, just from a culture standpoint, him giving back and again helping this young man reach his dreams, pay for his college education. Denzel did. You know, these are things that, you know, we really don't talk about, put out there. But Denzel, forget the actor part, that's a great man. You know what I'm saying? That really has an impact within the culture. So with him going out and about to retire soon, yeah, we better embrace these last few movies, man, because we don't know who's up next. I really don't see it.
Michael B. Jordan?
No, man, that mustache funny as shit, man. I told you about that mustache.
He got a role to play the role, man.
He better get some dye. Help him out. That's what you do.
Oh man, I mean,
fix that goatee, man.
He got the whole thing going on. I don't know,
man. That shit wicked.
If you sit back and think about it, like, who is next up as far as black?
Great actor, Mel. And you know what? Here's one where I thought it may take off because he had the perfect platform to hit the next level with the popularity of 50 Cent joint, Omar Hardwick. Yes, I really thought once the Ghost situation was over with 50 Cent and him having the exposure that he had for them 5 years and the popularity of the character, I thought we would see him in more roles on the big screen.
Yeah, I knew he wouldn't get it because he's too pretty.
Whoa, bro, Paul.
He's a pretty boy.
don't know how you got that out of that.
No, because that's how Hollywood work. Like you can't be overly far too. You gotta have that subtle attraction to be successful in.
Damn, you really going in depth.
Yeah, because that's really is. I think he's too much of a pretty boy, so his roles to me are not believable.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like he's too pretty boy to be playing this role or too, you know what I mean, and everything. So
I've seen him in 2 movies, man. And I'm gonna say from a talent standpoint.
Oh, he's talented. I'll give you that.
But I think
is he believable?
Yeah, because again, that matters most because the 2 movies that I've seen him in, I'm sorry I can't remember the name of them. He was a love interest of a female in one, and another John he was on the run. Had something going on, some kind of drama where he was on the run trying to escape from something. Mm-hmm. And he was in that recent Netflix movie with J-Lo. Called Mother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he went
a little side role in that. Yeah, wasn't nothing too crazy.
Again, but his performance ain't stand out.
Yeah.
You know,
but it's not bad.
Like, no,
he's a good actor. I just think, like I said, I just think his looks, as far as being accepted worldwide, are just too pretty. I think he doesn't have the grit to it that he but like and it's hard to talk about this conversation and not get the how you judge a man. But if you look at Will Smith, if you look at Denzel, if you look at the top actors, like they're not pretty boyish, but they're handsome men, and women like them, and men don't see him as pretty because you get noticed as a pretty boy. Most men be like, as a pretty boy. Like you look at them, and be like, oh, he's a nice looking guy. You can say he's a nice looking guy, not, you know what I mean? And he has that look. To me, Omari Hardwick just has that pretty boy look, and I think, like I said, it's not believable. But in every role, even if it's an action joint, he does good in it. I just don't know if it's casting. Or maybe it could be his casting.
He need that role.
Casting agent.
He need that role and get him over the hump.
Yeah, he definitely needs a standout role.
That's what's missing.
He needs a role like an Omari Hardwick. He needs one of those type roles where he can play somebody. I don't know what entertainer he could play, like a biopic pick, because he played Chadwick played Thurgood Marshall. Yeah. He played James Brown.
Yeah.
He played somebody else too.
Killed it though.
Yeah, he killed it and he embodied it. So I think that's something that he needs. Because to me, that would like Jamie Foxx was a good actor. Yeah. And I think Ray put him in another stratosphere as far as recognizable and everything. And I just think Omari Hardwick needs something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what role he could play.
What story that?
Yeah, I don't know who he can get off with, but that's something that he needs to extend.
And speaking of him as well, that's another person Denzel Washington has mentored. And here's the crazy story with that. He was homeless, bro. Omar, he was homeless. Denzel moved him in his house. He got a big property, whatever, guest house, whatever. Lent him some money, get on his feet, help him buy a car, and he took off from there. Yeah, great story. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I watched one of his interviews and he said that. And again, kudos again to Denzel Washington. Man, can we get a little bit for Denzel? Man, you about to dip, bro. You about to be over, man. Damn, what? I mean, whoa. Hey. All right, I guess that's the demo. All right, welcome back. But yeah, we appreciate Denzel, man.
Yeah, I appreciate Denzel. Now, like I said, like you said, when it comes to a legacy issue, I think Denzel is going to have it over there because he's done more in totality. I think in the movie industry.
Well, even mentioning them two mentor type ship situations with Chadwick and Omar, it goes to show again from a legacy standpoint and from a culture standpoint, his impact will be bigger than Will Smith. Because I mean, and this ain't no slight on Will. Who he pulling up, bro? He had a hell of a run. But who did Will Smith actually pull up other than the people in the leading actor in his TV show, the young bull?
Well,
no, Will do need to do a little more than that because Martin Lawrence has pulled up a lot of comedians, man, along his journey, man. Looking out and Will need to step his game up when it comes to that and contribute more to the culture, bro. You from Philly, bro? Like, come on now, like you already know, bro. Like you know what it's like.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, and like I said, I draw a blank. I don't know if the boy from Empire was a guy, the son.
Oh, yeah. And where he from too?
I think he's from Philly.
I was about to say that. I think he's from Philly as well.
Yeah,
but
I think he was under Will's wing. I'm not sure though.
But yeah, we need to hear more of that from Will because Will got influence. He got power in the movie industry, man. But he need to pull it up.
Here's where we lose it. Will stumbled into acting.
True.
Denzel was an actor. Like he went to the school.
He was struggling actor.
He wanted to. That's what he wanted to be. Like Will, it fell into Will's act because he's such a great, he has great on camera and can act. You know what I mean? So Will, in a sense, lucked into his career. Denzel actually grew into his career. You know what I mean?
And speaking of that, and let's say this because the segue was perfect. The person who put Will Smith into that position as far as being an actor and giving him his first opportunity was the late, great Quincy Jones.
Yes.
And I'm saying the late, great Quincy Jones because the man just passed away at 91 years old. Another iconic black cultural figure, and his musical talent, I can't even consider him a musical producer. He's a composer.
Yeah.
Has the #1 biggest selling album of all time, producing Michael Jackson's Thriller. And we just lost him last week, so can we give it up for Mr. Quincy Jones?
Yeah, definitely. Mr. Quincy Jones was definitely a legend. Not only in the black culture, but in just music.
Movies as well. Movie soundtracks. He don't get a lot of credit for his movie soundtrack. But Quincy's a hell of a composer. That's much bigger than a music producer.
So if you had the choice of Quincy or Barry Gordy
producing my album,
yeah,
I'm gonna go Quincy because he's more hands-on. Barry's the exact executive that you don't want on your project. He's telling you how to move, what to do, what time to show up, who to work with. But
you don't think Quincy's doing that?
Nah, Quincy in there. Well, he's in the studio with you. He's sitting there with the engineer. He's putting that shit together. That's what he did for Mike. Them 2 albums off the wall, and then Thriller. Oh hell yeah! I want Quincy Jones working with me, bro. Absolutely 100%.
So when did Quincy stop working with Mike?
I would say that Black and White album. That was when they did not work together for the first time in I would say over 10 years, 10, 12 years.
So so Mike worked with Barry Gordy and Quincy?
In his career, yeah. Remember, he came up with Barry Gordy.
Yeah, he came up with Barry
from 5
Gordy.
years old, you know what I'm saying? But when he became you might say that late teenager, jumping into manhood, that's when he did Off the Wall. And he kind of went solo from there, and that's when he got involved with Quincy Jones, and the rest is history, man. You talking about phenomenal music. I mean, and the music they was making, it was before that time. You know what I'm saying? It was like futuristic back then. If you go back and listen to that Off the Wall album, just the sound of it, it's different, bro. And one of the greatest ideas that Quincy had, a lot of people don't know. That song, Beat It, that guitar riff, iconic, dun, 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 that was Quincy. Yes, that was Quincy's idea, and that was Eddie Van Halen, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me, people. That he called to come do that riff because Mike and Quincy's like, the song is missing something, and Quincy came up with the idea. He said he owed me a favor. Called him up. The boy came in and did it, and Michael Jackson was not even in the studio when Eddie came in and laid down that riff. And the story goes as he did it for free, bro.
Who did it?
Eddie Van Halen did that riff for free to this day. Did not get a production credit and didn't receive no royalties from that riff from his guitar when that Beat It song, which is, damn, y'all must be great friends. Because I mean, you just think about the contribution to that record, and that really made the record, if you ask me. To not get any royalty and not expect something in return at that time.
But that's what they do back then, though. They worked on each other's projects a lot. You know what I mean?
And you had those relationships in the industry. Yeah, because it was
more
musical.
Because you knew how the record labels were.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? They were money hungry. So, you know.
It was less politics.
Well, as far as the record label, but amongst artists, it wasn't really about politics.
Yeah, with no politics. It was like, yo, Miss, he was at the party, I met him, and yo, can you come in and do this and tell me what you think? And then he went in there and killed that shit, laid that shit down. After that shit was iconic, bro. One of Michael Jackson's biggest records, man. So shout out to Eddie Van Halen for doing that, but that was a big fucking deal, bro. But that's part of Quincy Jones' genius and him being able to compose music, having that idea. And he was able to pull it off, yeah.
Definitely a great loss.
Incredible, yeah. Yes, to the whole industry, bro, absolutely.
And to his beautiful daughter, my condolences.
Bro, he got 8 kids, bro.
Well, you know what I'm talking about doing that.
Yeah. He got a couple baddies, bro.
Yeah, he messed with he got all interracial kids, right?
Couple with baddies, bro.
Tight.
Hey, that was that Hollywood life, man.
Yeah.
You know, and he left a hell of a legacy of $500 million for them 8 kids to split up. So when we talk about legacy and not dying broke and having issues as you know, winding down in your career, man, this is how you do it, man. That's how you do it, bro.
Definitely how you do it.
Proud of that.
Proud of that.
Proud of that.
Good guy, good man.
Yes.
Good producer. Until, you know what I mean, somebody might try to shit on his grave and come out with something that you know.
I don't see it. I think we would have heard some kind of buzz years ago as he was aging, you know what I'm saying, and really retired from music at that point. At that point, he was just consulting and advising people.
You know, speaking of,
I'm sorry, but that's how Will Smith got his acting career. Because if you remember, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if you look at the opening credits, producer Quincy Jones.
oh yeah, well, Quincy Jones pitched the idea to the exec.
Yes.
And I remember this story kind of good. He pitched the story to the exec. Quincy had a party. Everybody was there. Will Smith showed up. He was like, well, everybody's here. You might as well do because he had an audition. You might as well do the role right now.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith was hesitant, didn't want to do it because he hadn't practiced. So he's like, all right, cool. He's like, you could do it again, but I can't guarantee everybody will be there to see it.
Right.
Right now is your opportunity right now to showcase in front of why everybody's here to lock it down. They're like, but it's up to you.
Yeah.
And Will chose to do it, and then Fresh Prince was picked up on the spot. The pilot was green line right there. So
Yeah,
that's how it went. It's like you can wait, and it might not be the opportunity you want, or you can go right now and grab your opportunity.
So we talking to our youth out here, and we want to spread the message that, man, when you get an opportunity, seize the moment, bro.
Yeah, definitely seize the moment.
Seize the moment, bro. Because honestly, failure brings success anyway. So listen, if you think you feel like you're unprepared, you know what, man? Believe in yourself. Take the opportunity, because anything is happening. Because anything's possible.